All right, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Kalpala Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh Kakadach, double honor to the elder apostle of great milk, who will, until the tight take the Aki, I put to the truth across the four corners of the earth, to the bearing power of Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, that I hope you'll let, tight take to the Israelite born after God among the nations, that believe in the name of Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, and shalom to the citizens and family, to the tune into the gospel, preaching on the whole world, peace and mercy unto you, and who the world inwardly called God, his name Yahweh, and who the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, his name Yahweh Shai, and we're the Hebrew Israelite that consists of the so-called Negro, Latino, and American, and those who line descendant go back on the 12th tribe of Israel, due to the scattering amongst the nations. All right. Now it's an article in the Sun .co.uk, new outlet in the United Kingdom. It said Vlad Ray Putin taunt U.S. saying their world dominance is over and threatened to strike back if any boundary are crossed. Right, and this is biblical prophecy. All right, that Russia gonna come back. All right, in that state, in that mind state. All right, and they're gonna take out, or they're gonna help take out the United States. All right, according to prophecies. All right, read that in Ezekiel 38. Putin had taunted the U.S. saying their world dominance is over and threatened to strike back if any boundary are crossed. The Russian president issued a stark warning during a televised Q&A on Wednesday, during which he also boasted that even if Russia had sunk HMS Defender, it would not have caused World War III. All right, and this what happened last week with this HMS Defender crossing into Russian water. All right. It said Putin boldly claimed that his navy could have attacked the ship in the Black Sea because the West know full well that they can't win in that war. During his annual direct line call-in show, in which citizens can submit inquiries for the president, he spoke of how the period of unipolar world is over. No matter what sanctions are imposed on Russia, no matter what the scaremongering Russia is developing, and in some respect, our country has surpassed the European country and even the U.S., he said. While Putin said the nation would not be taking steps that would be harmful to themselves, he said if boundaries were crossed, they would find an asymmetrical way to respond. I hope the United States will change its attitude, not only toward us, but also toward their other allies, he said. Putin went on, why? Because they tell you that he could be a guard unto these other nations, all right? So Russia are allied to these other nations as well. And they have business dealing with them as well. Putin went on to say that the world was changing dramatically, something he said the United States understood. On the other hand, at all costs, they are trying to maintain their monopoly position, hence their threat and sanction come out. This is Putin's starkest warning yet to UK and the US following last week's skirmish in the Black Sea. Moscow said one of its warships fired a warning shot and a warplane dropping bombs in the path of British destroyer HMS Defender last Wednesday, to force her out of an area near the Crimean Peninsula, which Russia annexed in 2014. Britain denied that account, insisting its ship wasn't fired upon, and said it was sailing on Ukrainian water. The Kremlin strongman said during a TV Q&A today, this was a proclamation, of course. Even if we had sunk the British destroyer near Crimea, it is unlikely that the world would have been on the verge of World War III fighting talks. But it might not be that situation, but it might be a different. Hold on. might be a different scenario or situation that might come World War III. But other than that, World War III will take place. Alright, it's just a matter of what situation's gonna cause it. Alright, Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, which was World War II. Alright. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly, and that's World War III. And woe means destruction. Alright. So we're in that third woe, World War III. Alright. All these things that's going on is you to look back on history, they'll say this is like the buildup of World War III. So we are definitely in the third woe. Alright. And still it will be a full-scale war. Alright? Back to the article. Alright, so we get to the scripture. You want to put the link in the article. Alright, and that's pretty much the whole gist of the article, alright? This is Ezekiel 38 and 1. The word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy faith against God. The land of Magog, talking about Russia, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And stay. And that's what the true men of the Lord are doing today. Alright? Starting the older apostle, a great Milton on down, we're prophesying against these different nations. Alright? We're prophesying what they're going to be doing. Alright? So we're actually prophesying Russia going to go to war. Alright? And they're going to be allied to these other nations. And they're going to go to battle. Alright? And stay, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hook into thy jaw, and I will bring thee forth and all thy armies. So the Lord is stirring it up. The Lord is putting it on the minds of the Russians, the leaders, to go do these things, all right? These war rhetoric, all right? It's war talk, okay? So we are in the room of the war. Alright, what to tell you in Match 24, the report of war that's going out. Alright? So we're definitely in a time of room of the war with these reports going out. Alright, things and build up the situations, alright, that lead to war. And I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen. So this is what the Lord doing, alright? That gonna gather the nation up and to go to battle and go to war, okay? And I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckler and shield, alright, the weapons, all of them handling sword with the gun. Persia, which is today Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. Gomer on his band, the house of Togarmah of the north quarter, and all his band, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. See, the Russians will be a guard. So that's why I say, even as an ally. Alright? So the Russians are going to stand up for these other smaller nations, alright? And all that, in many days, that's pretty much it on that, okay? So the Lord is doing this, alright, stirring up the mind of the Russians and the other countries to do these, to talk like this. All right, and threaten the United States. Okay, so Yahweh shall try to control all things, not these different leaders. All right, the so-called white man not controlling nothing. The scripture tell you that he ruleth in the kingdom of men. The Yahweh shall try to put it on these on the minds of these presidents, these leaders, to say these things and to do these things. Okay, so that's the time we're in. All right, the wars of rumors of war in Russia, talking that talk. All right. So with that, shalom.